Hey guys, Bredos here, and welcome back to another Sims 3 house building video. Today I am building Swamp Beauty. This is a beautiful house, but I'm ching. Yeah, this is a beautiful wooden house built in the heart of a swamp, and sort of overlooking this nice little pond in the center, which is really quite nice, and I do like it. I do like it a lot. You also get this really nice sort of glass walkway in the center. And I don't know, I just all round like this house a lot. I think it's really cool, it's different. It's got modern touches, but it still feels quite cozy in the center of the swamp. It's the kind of place that you could sort of feel really at home in. It feels like a home, not just a house, but a home, but it's still modern and really nice and expensive looking at the same time. And this is also the second time that I've attempted to record this audio. I recorded the audio, spoke for 37 minutes through this video, and then went to stop the recording and said, oh, blah, 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 has stopped working. We will now restart the program. And then my audio was lost, and now I want to behead the designers of that piece of software, which I may do at some point in the future. But I guess we'll see. It's just a theme. Like, house building videos for me are always just so difficult. I don't know why they are so difficult for me to make. Just everything conspires against me. And I don't understand why. Like, what did I do? I just want to build a house and talk about it. Come on, is that too much to ask? Seriously. Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying again. And I need to get this house building video ready for tomorrow, or today, if you're watching this video. Or, I don't know, if you're watching this video 20 years in the future. Hello from 20 years in the future. What's the weather like? Have we nuked ourselves yet? Probably. That's generally the theme of humanity. There's a problem, blow it up with a nuclear weapon. Yeah, anyway, yes, that's what I said. Anyway, this is the glass walkway that I was talking about. It's a very nice area. I do like it a lot. It looks pretty sweet. It's really nice and clean as well, so you can sort of look out over the pond, and I don't know. I imagine there'd be fish in there. I should have put fish in there. I'll put fish in the version that I upload to the exchange. Speaking of which, there will be a link to download. Wow, I got that wrong. A link to download this video from the Sims 3 exchange in the description below, so you can go and do that and play with this house. You can customize it, modify it, whatever you want to do, and that's entirely okay. So you can get it off the exchange for free, which is nice. I like the exchange. I like that idea. Good job, EA. It's like the one good thing that EA's done over the years, but you know. It happens. That's what happens when they're a big company. They used to be good, and then they just went down the crapper. So, you know, that's generally what happens. Ah, there we go. That water tastes disgusting. Beautiful. Anyway, placing in some of the windows now. I'm not sure what happened with that window. It went like really low, but you can't like move the windows up or down. Maybe it was sort of like on the ground instead of the foundation. That's why it went down. That probably makes sense, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense. Why wouldn't it make sense? Of course it makes sense. Anyway, moving over to the other area now, I place in these spiral staircases. They move completely. I don't know what I was trying to get at when I thought of this design, but it's just really silly. It's silly and I don't like it. And that's lucky because I changed it, and it looks better now. So, yeah. I think that's a song. Better now. Yeah, it is by Fox Stevenson. It is. I remember now. Beautiful. Anyway, this is the main area of the house. Well, it was on the left side of the screen. Now is the main area of the house. That is where you get the dining room, the living room, and the kitchen area. Above that are the 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. On the other side, you get a study and a sitting area. Then above that is the master suite. So it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. So it's perfect for a growing family. You could fit quite a few Sims in here. One of the main bedrooms on the above the main area is very large, so you could turn that into 2 bedrooms or a double bedroom, whatever. Fit a whole bunch of people, and you could change the master suite into another couple of bedrooms if you wanted to, because there's definitely plenty of space for that. But that's entirely up to you when you download this house. If you download this house, it's it's all up to you. That's the thing. It's all up to you. You decide. It's entirely your choice, even though we live in a deterministic universe. Everybody can make choices. I'm not sure about that whole idea. What do you think? Do you think we live in a deterministic universe? All our decisions are made for us? We probably do. but I just can't accept that because like then we have no control over anything we do, which I don't like the sound of. So yeah. Anyway, moving into the kitchen. Well, not moving. We are in the kitchen. Trying to change up the floor colorings because the floor colorings that were there before weren't nice. I didn't like them, so I changed them. I do change floor colorings and wall colorings and everything a whole bunch throughout the video and throughout the building of the house. But I end up with the nice ones in the end, and you'll see in the screenshots that this house turns out quite nice. But yeah, there was a lot of changing. That's what building is. It's just trial and error. Try things, and if they don't work, then try other things. So yeah, that's just the way it works. Like trial and error. If something doesn't look good, then change it and try something else. If it still doesn't look good, try something else. If it looks good, then keep it and move on to the next part. That's all that building is. Just what you think looks good, and just find what you think looks good and keep it there. And if it matches and whatever, then that's great. It'll look good. Just what it is. That's what it is. What it is. That's a term that people use, isn't it? Or did use at some point in the past. I have no idea. Anyway, moving into the kitchen now, you'll see that I will cut through a little bit of this footage here simply because I played around with the kitchen for a whole bunch, and it's not really necessary to show it. There we go, cutting out that part until we finally get the finished product in just a moment. I really like the kitchen. It is a huge kitchen. It's just the entire center portion of the room is just the kitchen. And it's generally pretty freaking sweet. I do like it a lot. It's definitely a nice area. So I mean, it's basically a square, and you can work within that. So there may be some bottlenecks if people are like trying to get in and out of the living room at the same time, because you just have the sort of one place to go. But you know, you can sort that out if you want. You can get rid of one of the counters or whatever. It's entirely up to you. So you know, do whatever. But it's just very nice, expansive kitchen, and expensive kitchen. So basically the same word, but two different meanings and one letter changed. So yeah, I'm talking about stuff that's completely irrelevant to the video. I should talk about the video. There's a rug in the center now. Rugs are nice. Yep. Yeah. Rugs are nice. Anyway, moving into the dining room now. I play around with the the tables and everything here a whole bunch until I eventually get the right one. But I do like the finished product. It looks very nice, or at least I think it looks nice. Anyway, do you think it looks? I don't know. What is wrong with me today? I did record this the first time, or I recorded it a first time, and then, like I said, it just got corrupted. And I don't know. I was really happy with that voice commentary as well. And this is just probably going to be rubbish because I'm kind of shitty now, and I'm just rambling about stuff because I can't remember what I talked about. And yeah, this has actually happened to me before. I don't know what happens, but for some reason the file just goes, nope, gonna screw you over, and then it does screw me over. So that's entirely wonderful. So thanks very much, game. But you know, it happens. Just changing up the color of those columns now, or I did change the color of those columns, and also the walls, so it's a nice accent. This is the final tile that I go with. I do change the color of it. Don't worry about that. Don't leave it looking like that. I'm not that stupid. Just stop insulting me, okay? I'm sorry. Thank you. Anyway, putting in some chairs now. I do end up with Into the Future chairs, I believe. Into the Future is probably the expansion pack which I use the most content from. It's the expansion pack that I use content from in every house because I just love Into the Future stuff. It's futury and nice and modern, and I like to build modern houses, so it's just natural that I would use that stuff. So yeah, that's what happens. I am disappointed that there's no more Sims 3 expansion packs, and apparently, well, this is just a rumor right now, but Sims 4 may have a subscription system, so there won't be expansion packs. There will just be subscriptions, so you pay like $5 a month and you get new content. That is the stupidest idea that I've ever heard in my entire life, and I sincerely hope that EA are not stupid enough to do that, because I will have serious thoughts about not buying the game just to screw over EA. Even though it'll make no difference, it's the principle behind it. and that's what matters, to be honest. So yeah. That lovely dining room is finished now. I just placed some more decorative things around it, and yeah, it looks nice. I am really happy with that dining room. I think it's actually probably my favourite room in the house, to be honest. I really like it. I don't know why. I just like the look of it. Things just flow and work and match, and that's important when you designing houses. The living room is very orange. Orange is probably a theme to this house, I guess, or at least this area, the main living area. There's orange in the dining room and orange in the lounge room. There's a lot of orange in the lounge room though, so I don't know if it's excessive orange, but I don't know. I guess that's something for everybody else to decide. So yeah, putting in a television now, not that big ass television, the small television. Well, not small. I guess it actually is a small television. That's not standard resolution either. That is not 16:9. That's just like ultra wide screen or ultra short screen, I guess, because it's short and not high. And I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying? Who knows? But yeah, I had to get rid of those reeds for some reason because the floors would not place properly, and I can't figure out why that happens. I mean, they're just reeds. They're just plants. You can place floors over them. But, you know, apparently the game's like, no, you have to move the reeds, you have to ask them nicely, and then they'll leave. And, yeah, that happened. So, yeah. Just placing in some more decorative stuff, placing a little rug there, changing the colour of it to a colour that's relatively the same, but slightly darker. This area of the house ends up, well, not this area of the house, this area of the room ends up being just like a chess area with some bookcases, and, I don't know, it works. It looks nice anyway, so I guess that's the important part. I got rid of those rugs and placed a bigger rug now. Same style as the one from the dining room, but bigger, so it covers a lot more area and fills in more space, which is important when you have big spaces and you don't really know how to fill them. Putting in a nice little chess table here, so your Sims can build up their logic skill and become a master chess player. I still have no idea how to play chess. I don't understand. I can play checkers like a boss, but I can't play chess. I don't understand the rules. Apparently you can play 3D chess. At least that's what they do in Big Bang Theory. Whether that's a real thing or not, I'm not sure. But I don't want to play it. I'd get my ass handed to me by anybody. Literally anybody. Because I have no idea how to play it. So, yeah. Placing in some of the bookcases and stuff I was talking about. Like I said, very orange room. I don't think it's like stupidly orange though. I did forget to place a spiral staircase when I took the other ones out, so I just sort of moved that in there and did that. So yeah, I put it in there, and that came out wrong. Anyway, move on. There's a nice little hollow plant over there, which looks pretty spiffy. Again, fitting with the nice orange feel. The orange feel. The orange on the plant isn't very powerful, but that actually works in favour of this house because there is a lot of orange, and I just wanted a really pale orange, or light orange, I guess. Which is good because I didn't want it to overpower everything. And I think I got just the right balance. I may have used slightly too much orange in that living room, lounge room, I guess. But if you don't like the orange, you can change it. You can change the colours, or you can change the furniture. Whatever. It's all good. Doing some of the windows on the outside of the house now. I change these around a few times and end up with the finished product, which doesn't look too bad. Just changing up the chimney fireplace thingamajig. You can actually delete the chimney, so it looks good-ish, good-esque. Yeah, so you don't have the big pipe sticking out of it, and you just have the little sort of cap that's on top of it, which is pretty good. Moving over to the other part of the house now, where the study is, and just putting in some of the flooring here. This study is really quite cozy. I do like it. It's nice. You got your two desks in there and a little bookshelves and stuff with a little reading area. It's nice. I do like it. It's cool. It's like I said, it's cozy. It's cozy. That computer is custom content. That looks like an ancient Alienware PC to me. Not that I pay any attention to Alienware because they're rubbish. But that's what it looks like to me. Putting in a nice little shelf there and some schematics or blueprints, whatever, up on the wall, which I think is fitting for a a study and making that light bright so you can see everything, which is good. Sight is lovely. That's the most important sense. That's the sense that I would most like to keep. If you want to keep one sense, what would you like to keep? I'd say sight. So, you know, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't like to lose any of my senses, but if I had to keep one, I would definitely keep sight. So, yeah. Placing in some of these nice little paintings. In the last house, in Prismatic, they were all lopsided and went diagonal, but they didn't do that then. For some reason. Don't know why, but they decided to stay straight for me. But, so, you know, they're mean. Changing the outside of the house now just to a lighter colour so it doesn't look so overpowering. I changed the roof to a black colour, so it sort of frames it rather than looking like a big ass cardboard box, which isn't exactly the style that I was going for with the house, and I think this one looks, well, this style looks much better. Moving over to the other area now. This is a nice little well, not really a reception area, it's just a foyer of sorts. Really, honestly, it's more like a hallway with a seat in it. So yeah, there's a hallway with a seat in it. Go nuts, everybody. Woo. Just placing in some coffee tables and stuff there. I'm not sure if that'll create a bottleneck or whatever, but you can change it if you think it will, or if it does. I have not play tested this house as of yet, but I will do that. So if anything's different, that's why. I play tested it and things didn't work, so I changed it. I don't like to change things very much though, simply because the house is nice the way it is, and I don't want to change it. So I guess that's fair enough, probably, hopefully. I hope you think it's fair enough. Anyway, this is the nice little sitting area, placing in a nice little fireplace and some plants and a little lamp thing. That lamp's really cool. I only just discovered that. Well, I knew it was there, but I didn't really ever think of using it, so I used it there because I thought it fit. It's really cool. It's nifty. That's the perfect word for it. It's nifty, and I love it. And it looks pretty spiffy. I do like it a lot. I do change the plants around it to other plants around it, nicer plants. I think I added a lamp, another lamp beside it, just because, and then this really nice sort of sunflower, and it looks pretty spiffy. I believe I place in a bookcase at some point here. No, in a minute. I do it at some point, but now I'm just sort of changing the colour of the lounge. I do change the lounge completely to something more fitting. I believe it's the same style of the one that is in the hallway near the entrance. There's the bookcase I was talking about. See, I wasn't lying. I know what I'm talking about. I know there's bookcases and stuff in there. There's the lounge that I place in. It's I don't know. I feel like it's more fitting and more homely. The other one just felt too modern and contemporary, and that's not exactly the style that I wanted for this house. Well, I did, but I wanted it to feel cozy at the same time. That's the little lamp I was talking about that I threw in. That looks pretty spiffy. And that area ends up looking quite nice. I had no idea what to do with this space, so I didn't really do anything. I placed a plant, and that was it. I got rid of that stupid shark tooth thing because it didn't fit, and then just moved a plant across. And yeah, I mean, it's open, so you have plenty of space. I didn't want everything to feel sort of closed in and claustrophobic and horrible. Moving up to the master suite now. You saw I put in the little bathroom over there. It actually moves up right to where we're looking at now, that little area. Not the entire area, but a lot of it. It is a very nice big bathroom. I mean, the entire floor is dedicated to the master suite, which is pretty cool. I'd definitely like to live in this room, or just this house in general, but specifically this room because it's huge. You've got your massive big bathroom, your big bedroom area, and you also have a nice sort of lounge. It's a lounge room of sorts in there as well, so that's pretty cool. I do get rid of those windows because they look silly, the sort of ones that are at the top. They don't really fit, so I just get rid of them altogether, and it doesn't really make any, it doesn't really have any impact on the outside of the house. Placing a little partition wall there, which looks good. It sort of separates things off and also gives the television a place to be mounted, which is nice. It's always nice to have a television in a living room, so you don't have to go downstairs with all the other annoying people. You can just watch television in your bedroom. Honestly, if I was building this house for myself, I would put the television on the other side of the wall so I could watch telly in bed, because there's nothing better than watching television in bed. But I felt like this looked better for, aesthetic purposes. To put it on the other side, put it on the other side. Damn, I said that quickly. To put it on the other side with the lounges and living space thing that's on the other side of the wall. Putting in a couple of little miscellaneous things, just plants and hairdryers and such. And then I place a nice television there, nice big television, so you can watch stuff, sports, reality television, gold mining shows, whatever. Or Play School, Sesame Street, whatever, you know, you can watch whatever. Or Teletubbies. Teletubbies was awesome. Teletubbies was the bomb. Except for that freaking lion on wheels, that scared the living shit out of me for my entire childhood. It scared the crap out of me, and it still scares the crap out of me. I played a game called Slendy Tubbies, and that was scary as hell. It's just creepy. They did shut that television show down though, because like Poe was a meth addict and Lala was a lesbian or something like that. So they shut the show down, and that's the end of Teletubbies. At least that's the story I hear anyway. So, you know, a meth had a lesbian, and another one had some sort of dangerous psychological disability or something. He was just a nutcase. But yeah, they shut the show down. But you can get, that just shows that anybody can be those people that are dressed up. Like, imagine what kind of people are at Disneyland. Imagine that. The creepers that are inside the bloody Mickey Mouse costumes and shit. Jesus. But anyway, yeah, I'm talking about Disneyland. I should be talking about this bathroom. Speaking of the bathroom, it is nice. You got the nice sort of bath in the room. Yeah, the bath is elevated up on its own sort of platform, so it's a separate area. Then you have your nice shower and toilet and basins and stuff. And I don't know, it's a very bronzy gold coloured bathroom. I guess it's not really. Is it bronze or is it more gold? Or are they similar? It's probably more bronze. Don't know. I'm not good with colours. Like, I know that the bathtub's white and the toilet's silver, but that's the extent of my knowledge when it comes to that. Anyway, moving over to the other side of the house now. This is where the other two bedrooms and the bathroom of the other two bedrooms is. That sentence made no sense, but figure it out. I don't know what happened to the recording there. It went a bit laggy for a moment, but it does fix itself up. And shut up, computer. Freaking disk drive. And oh, really? You're going to open now? Of course you are. Go away. Anyway, moving into this second bedroom now. This is also a massive bedroom. You could fit a whole bunch of stuff in here, and I did. So you got your bedroom, you've got you know, dresser and everything, and then you have a nice little sitting area with a fireplace as well. So there's certainly plenty of space in this house. You're not short of space at all. That's not a problem that you're going to have when you move into this bedroom. If you move into this bedroom, if you don't know this house. So yeah, that's the thing. Putting in a nice painting above there, and then changing up the walls. I believe I get a skirting board around the bottom. I just don't like having the walls without the skirting board. It doesn't look like it's trim. Trim? Yes, sure, why not? But yeah, placing in a wardrobe thing over there. I changed the colour of the floorboards as well to a different wood, and then placing a nice mirror over there, and a lamp and plant, and it looks nice. So yeah, placing in the television over there, that actually gets changed. Like, this entire area gets changed. The television goes, and a fireplace goes in there, and then there's just like two little seats there. And I don't know, it looks pretty nice. I do like it. It looks nice. Placing in the fireplace now, it's an Into the Future fireplace, simply because I love the two fireplaces that come with Into the Future. I think they're amazing. And then we put in a little hollow plant, so it's a very Into the Future section over there, to be honest. And then you can see the two little seats that go in there. Place a nice little bookshelf behind it so you can read in front of the fire. Honestly, if I was in front of that fire, I'd just go to sleep while being warm, because I'm a sleepy person. It's the dealio with me. I'm sleepy. Putting in a nice easel, so if your Sims get a bit creative, they can do some painting, work up a masterpiece, or just paint mustaches on famous people. That's what I do, to be honest. So yeah. Moving into the third bedroom. This is actually quite a small bedroom, but there is a fair bit of stuff that gets fit into the bedroom. It does get messed around with a whole bunch, but we do end up with a nice finished product. Here we are cutting through a bit because I just sort of messed around with that room for quite a while until I finally got the right colours and ended up with the finished product. So this is where we actually, well, I actually end up with the proper colours and bedding, furniture, whatever. Like I said, did I say before? There's a table and desk in here. I have no idea if I did. Like when I talk for 37 minutes, everything just sort of becomes a blur, to be honest. So yeah, that happens. But yeah, there's a nice little desk in here. You got your dresser, and I do manage to pack a bunch of stuff into this relatively small little space. There's the desk that I was talking about right there. So that's nice. I guess this would be more of a teenager's room, where they could study and do whatever, play games, and then in their beds right there if they get tired. So you can just fall into bed and go to sleep, which is great. That's generally what I do. That's probably what I'll do when I finish recording this. Go to bed, to be honest, even though it's 1:49 in the afternoon. No, I'm not even tired. I can't sleep during the day. Another fun fact about me. Anyway, just tried to place in a mirror there. Didn't really work because the dresser was irregularly placed by holding Alt. And I place in a nice painting above that instead. Moving over here now, this ends up being the bathroom. It's a very sort of neutral coloured bathroom, similar to other ones I've done. Fairly uninspiring and not exactly innovative, but it is clean and it is clean and nice. It's just nice. It works. And if something's nice, then why changing it a whole bunch, right? I didn't change it a whole bunch, so yeah. Placing in the nice little floor tiles. Yes, that's what they are. And then some nice sort of mosaic wall tiles, which actually come from the masonry section, not the tile section, to be honest, which is kind of weird, and I don't understand that. But that's just the way it goes. Putting in a whole bunch of basins and sinks and stuff now. I mean, there's not going to be any problems for bottlenecks when it comes to this bathroom. I mean, if your Sims all want to line up and wash their hands, brush their teeth, wash their face, whatever, you're not going to have any problem with bottlenecks. So I did think of that, even though that's not generally a thing that happens, having bottlenecks. But if your Sims do forget to use the dishwasher, and oh, I didn't actually place a dishwasher. Oh well, you can do that later. If your Sims don't use the dishwasher, they will come up here and wash their plates if the ones downstairs are busy, and if there's a whole bunch of people in the house, like 12 people in the house, then there won't be a bottleneck, because that's definitely a scenario that could happen. Not. Anyway, moving outside. This is the garage. It's sort of lowered into the ground as such. And it looks nice. It's the same colour and everything as the house, but it's sunken into the ground. You can get a nice sort of sloped driveway, and it looks nice. This is the only point in the build where I used CFE. So that's all. Like, other than that, I didn't use much CFE. So the entire build process was just building, not screwing around with the roof and stuff, which is a great change because I hate changing all the roofing and the floors and stuff. But you know, that's what you got to do when you build. It's just finicky little things. CFE is so finicky. But luckily I didn't have to do that very much. I only had one little problem with it. Fixing the sort of driveway now. I wanted it to slope down, and honestly I did this the wrong way. I should have done the driveway first and then built the sort of building at the garage at the bottom of it, but I did it backwards, and that's why it took me so much longer. It's not like it took me hours or anything, but it took me longer than it should have. So you know, that happens, and you know, that's the thing. So yeah. Place sort of lowering everything. I mean, you have to just do it step by step when you're doing these driveways. Just lower it a bit and then sort of soften it. You get different tiers, then you get the softening tool, and it just slopes really nicely. And that's the way it was supposed to go, and that's the way it went because I know how to use the tools. Once you know how to use all the tools in The Sims 3, the building is relatively easy, provided that you have the know-how and the style and all that sort of stuff. Placing in a nice big fence here, you know, to keep anybody out. If your Sim is famous, which they would probably have to be if they were to afford a house like this, because it is around 220,000 simoleons, I think, finished. So if your Sim's famous, then this big ass wall and the big ass gate can keep them out. So there you go. I'm looking after your famous Sims. Been around here looking after people since the 90s. That's what I do. Placing in the railing, not a railing, it's a fence. It's sort of like a short fence. This is the pathway up to the house. It ends up being a really nice, cozy little pathway. There's a whole bunch of different plants and flowers and stuff. Not these ones, not the bonsai hedge things, but it ends up being much more freestyle, sort of colourful, hippie or indie style. Not indie. It's not an indie house. What's wrong with me? I don't even know what I'm saying. But I don't know. It's really nice. There's lots of flowers and stuff. And just looking at that tree now, it looked really colourful. It is a colourful tree. What up with that? It's like somebody's just taken a paintbrush to it. I didn't even notice that before. That's weird. I place a whole bunch of different plants along here, but then I change all these and go back to the flowery colours, which I think looks nice in the end. And I quite like. I think it's nice. I think it is very nice. Just softening up the painting, or the terrain painting at the front, because the actual house didn't go directly onto the road, so it's the terrain paint just sort of stopped, so I sort of erased them and softened it and just blended it into the surroundings. Putting in some of these plants to frame the walkway, and putting in some of these little hedgy things. They're not really hedges, they're just like bonsai. Are they bonsai? They're not really bonsai. They're just like trimmed plants. And then I place in these other ones that aren't so trimmed. And I found out that they were sort of blocking a lot of the walkway, so I got smaller ones and placed them in. And then I let loose with the flowers, because flowers are awesome. And I don't know, I just like flowers for some reason. Don't hold it against me. I love flowers, okay? I'm just a sensitive guy. Not really, but anyway. Moving into the garage now, just putting in some of the flooring and the lighting and the actual car space. I didn't do anything because it's a garage. It's just a place for your car to go. It's not really that important. Just placing in some lights along the walkway to light everything up, and then placing some lights in the pond so you can actually see it at night. And that look is a really nice effect at night. And I really quite like it. It's pretty freaking sweet. Putting in some more of the bushes and plants and flowers around the back. Just throwing a whole bunch of these around the backyard of the house, just to look like it's filled in and established, like it's not just been built. But the sort of plants have grown around it, and it looks very nice. Placing in some of the lighting there, a couple of last plants, and then we will move into the screenshots. This is a beautiful shot of the outside of the house, sort of surrounded by the swamp. There's a nice little pond in the middle. I do like that pond. It's just built around it, basically. Apologies for the little floor curvy things that are through the sky, but that's just a thing that happens in The Sims 3. That I have no idea how to fix, but that's there. Nice little shot from the pathway over to the pond and the house. It's very nice. This is the hallway, the sort of entrance to the house. Very simple, not a whole lot there, but it's nice. This is the study, like I said, very cozy. It is actually brighter than this. I just didn't have the lights on when I took the first few screenshots, but it's still very nice nonetheless. This is the nice sort of sitting area, fireplace area. Very cozy, very nice. Not exactly the best room I've done, but certainly not the worst. This is the beautiful big glass area looking over the pond, and that is the view that you get when you walk across it. Into the dining room, like I said, this is easily my favourite room of the house. I'm really happy with this room. I think it looks nice, and it's definitely a place that I would like to eat dinner. Moving into the kitchen, this is also definitely a place that I would like to cook dinner, because it's huge and expansive and there's plenty of space for absolutely everybody. The lounge room now, very orange, but still very nice. If you don't like orange, you probably won't like this lounge room, but I don't know, it's still nice nonetheless. Moving upstairs now, this is the hallway. You get a nice shot here of the pond from the hallway. That's a really nice little shot, so you can see down into the pond and the water when you walk out of your bedroom. Third bedroom here with the little sort of study area, little desk, and I don't know, it's just a very simple room. It'd be a nice teenager's room, I guess. Into the much bigger room now. This is where you could, I don't know, have anybody. I mean, you could live in this room if you wanted to with your main Sims and turn the other master suite into other bedrooms. This is the bathroom that caters for the other 2 bedrooms. Like I said, simple, but it's very big and more than enough capacity to cater for anybody. Into the master suite now. This is where it's all at. Ow, I just hit my arm. I love that mirror over the top of the bed. That's really nice. And I don't know, it's just a really nice, big, expansive, open bedroom, and I would definitely like that to be my bedroom. Last couple of shots of the bathroom now, until we move outside for a couple of screenshots at night. So thank you very much for watching this, guys. I will be back with another house building video Sunday week. You can download this house from the exchange, and yeah, so you can play with it. So I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, stay safe, stay human, and stay awesome.